Aloha, this is Reverend Kay Alavai reporting to you from Kapoho, Hawaii at a private tide pool. I'm going to let you watch the fish while I explain food combining. Food combining is what we use at Aloha Healing Women to help people digest their food. It works for people who are underweight. It works for people who are overweight. What it does is allow you to digest your food and assimilate your nutrients from your food, which is what you're supposed to be doing. The first rule about food combining is you do not mix proteins with starches, because proteins are acidic and starches are alkaline. And if you put them together, they don't mix, and they disturb the natural way your body's supposed to be breaking down your food, so your food does not break down. So your proteins are all your meats, cheeses, nuts, and even tofu proteins. You also have your starches, which are your grains and your potatoes. You don't put them together because they will not digest together. We're going to illuminate more about that later in another clip, and it will be called starches versus proteins. Now we go to step 2. Rule number 2 is you don't put or drink any liquids with your meals. When you put liquid, and especially large amounts of liquid, anything over 2 ounces in a meal, it has too much water. It's sloshing around. It cannot digest your food properly. Unless it's overly cooked, as in a soup, okay? But if you add water or sodas or coffee or beverages to your meal, your food cannot break down. So we don't drink any liquids 10 minutes before, nothing during, and 10 minutes afterwards. And we find that this is actually the hardest part of food combining for most people to follow, is not drinking liquids during your meal, but it's very important. The third rule is fruits. There's actually 3 rules about fruits. Fruits, because they're sugar and water, and they have a natural element that tends to actually ferment your other foods, so it doesn't mix well. The thing about fruits is it only takes 20 minutes for any fruit to digest, so you can have your fruits by themselves, and then 20 minutes later go have your regular food. You also do not combine sweet fruits with acid fruits, sour fruits, citrus fruits. Do not go with cherries or bananas, because they don't mix well either. There's another rule that you can mix mid-acid fruits with either acid or sweet fruits, and we'll get to that later in another section. There's another rule about fruits that contain melons. Because melons have so much water, you only want to eat melons with melons. You don't want to eat them with strawberries or anything else, or bananas or raisins or cherries. Just eat melons by themselves, so you can have a melon bowl salad. The last rule is that you want to use all natural foods as much as you can. You don't want to use anything that has been stripped of its nutrients. So you want to eat whole grains, you want to eat brown rice, you don't want to eat anything white because it's been usually stripped, unless it's basmati rice. You want to get as natural as you can, eat organic, stay away from caffeine, stay away from any additives, anything that's been boosted into your food is there because it has to be there to make it actual food. So you want to stay to your natural food. So that's it. Don't combine proteins with starches. Don't drink during your meals, and don't mix fruits with your meals. And there's the rules about mixing fruits with other fruits. And don't take any foods that are not organic or whole foods. You want to have all your foods healthy foods, and stay away from caffeine. That's food combining in a nutshell. Aloha.